Hey, old friend, what do you say, old friend? Are you okay, old friend? Are we unique? Time goes by, everything else keeps changing. You and I, we get continued next week. Most friends fade or they don't make the grade. New ones are quickly made, and in a pinch, sure they'll do. But us, old friend, what's to discuss, old friend? Here's to us, who's like us, damn few. So, old friend, fill me in slow. Old friend, start from hello. Old friend, I want the when, what, and how. Old friends do tend to become old habits. I never knew how much I missed you till now. New friends pour through the revolving door. Maybe there's one that's more. Maybe there's one that will do. But us, old friend, what's to discuss? Old friend, here's to us, who's like us, damn few. Hey, old friend, how do we stay old friends? Who is to say, old friends, how an old friendship survives? One day, chums having a laugh a minute. One day comes and they're a part of your lives. New friends pour through the revolving door. Maybe there's one that's more. Maybe there's one that will do. But us, oh friend, what's to discuss, old friend? Here's to us, who's like us, damn few. Billy's Place, the vibe is light and breezy. Billy's Place, it's a virtual speakeasy. My home base, I'm glad that you dropped by. Time to grab a libation from the shelf. Have whatever you want. You gotta make it yourself. Sit back, relax. I'll make your troubles fly. A musical trip, nothing complicated. And if you tip, that's appreciated. Good fellowship with no mask on our face. I was singing and swinging till it gets dark. Don't worry about finding a place to park. Just park it at Billy's Place. Hello. I forgot the lyrics for a minute there because it's been so long, you guys. I haven't been in Billy's Place. Well, it is my apartment, so I have been here, but I haven't been in Billy's Place singing for you since right before Thanksgiving, and that's really too long. I'm so glad you're with us tonight for episode 65, picking up in the new year of 2022. Okay, that feels just weird to say 2022. Really weird. Anyway, I hope you've all been well. I hope you've all survived the holidays and the new year. And here we are tonight on Thursday, January 27th. I'm glad you're with me tonight. Sit back, relax, have a drink. I'm going to sing for you. So park it at Billy's Place. Yeah, I forgot the lyrics. It was kind of like Leslie Uggams. And at Billy's place. Anyway, I hope you forgive me for that. It's all coming back to me now. I'm so glad you're with me tonight. We decided to do this show a couple of weeks ago because actually, guys, I was supposed to be in Hollywood tonight, doing a show at the Catalina Jazz Club. And, I worked really steadily through all the last part of November, actually, basically from middle of November all the way through like January 10th. I was working, working, working because when everything opened up again, and people started rebooking, I said yes to everything. Of course, why wouldn't you say yes to everything? And then in October, I looked at my calendar and was like, what the heck did I do? It was a lot of work. And I actually had kind of a lot of work planned in January, but I don't know, this new Omicron kind of thing reared its ugly head. And some of the work was in other cities, and everybody felt skittish, So I was supposed to be in St. Louis last weekend. That got postponed. I was supposed to be in LA tonight. I decided myself to postpone that because I didn't want to travel 3,000 miles and sing for, 20 people, which was kind of what I thought was probably going to happen. So all of it's going to be rescheduled. And actually, it's okay because, it was a lot of work. I'm kind of delighted and very resigned and happy about being in New York for a while. I don't have to travel anywhere for about another month, which is great. Which opened up a chance for me to come to Billy's place and do some songs for you tonight. So I'm delighted that you're here with me. Tonight, I thought it would be nice to sing some songs in honor of three really fantastic musical legends and icons, and three people that I was fortunate enough to know who have all passed away within the last couple of months. First is the great Stephen Sondheim. That first song, Old Friend, is from um, great show called Merrily We Roll Along. It was not a hit show, but I have to say, he wrote so many wonderful scores. They're all so different from each other, but Merrily is probably one of my top two or three favorite Sondheim scores. It's got fantastic music. Old Friend is from that. And the other person, the second person that we're honoring is the great Marilyn Bergman. Marilyn and Alan created so many fantastic lyrics from the time that they really met and started working together in the late 50s. So many incredible movie scores, but also hit songs for Barbara Streisand and Tony Bennett and Shirley Horn and Michael Feinstein and Liza. And everybody has sung their songs over the years. And I was really, really fortunate to meet them, to be involved on shows, not like Broadway shows, but concerts, special concerts with both of them. Marilyn was a delightful person. She was the head of ASCAP, the music, Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers. She was the president of that for many, many years and a great champion of songwriters, and did so much for a lot of us. And she was kind of like this great Mother Earth type person. I just always loved being in her presence. She had a great sense of humor, and she certainly had a way with words. So I'll be singing some of their lyrics tonight. And then the third person that I'm going to be talking about later is a wonderful pianist who we just lost last week. Darling, darling lady named Beegie Adair. I know you've seen me post about her a lot this week. And I hope so many people have written and said, because of me playing her music, posting her music over the last couple of years, and certainly last week, they got to discover BG for the first time. The first time I heard of BG Adair was Doug and I were watching, uh, we were listening to Christmas music, Sounds of the Season, on Music Choice on our TV. And this must have been, what, Doug, about 18 years ago? It was a long time ago. We hadn't been together all that long. Uh, yeah, maybe it was before I was doing the Christmas shows at Birdland, and that's been 12 years because I feel like it was like Christmas Eve or something. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We were decorating the tree. We were listening to Christmas music, and this just gorgeous piano comes on, and B.G. Adair. I didn't know if that's a guy, that's a lady. I didn't know who it was. We started exploring more of her music. Come to find out, it was a very talented and very well known, um, legendary pianist and arranger and session pianist in Nashville mainly, but she was also an educator and a teacher. And she played the most classy, elegant, tasty jazz cocktail piano ever. And you can find her music. I'm going to talk about her a little bit more later. I'm getting ahead of myself, but cheers, everybody. I'm glad you're here. The drink this week is a vodka stinger. This is not a vodka stinger. This is a actual vodka martini. Vodka stinger in honor of Stephen Sondheim Company. Another vodka stinger. Doug and I tried a vodka stinger last night. Not so much for us. So I'm just having a martini. But whatever you're having, I hope that you're enjoying it. I'm going to move into the music and sing a couple of Sondheim songs from one of his first musicals. This was, well, he wrote the lyrics to Gypsy. He wrote the lyrics to West Side Story. The first musical that he wrote music and lyrics was A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum, which was a big hit. Um, it took a long time to get, it wasn't easy creating it. I did some reading about it. It was not a hit out of town, but by the time it finally came to town, it was a big hit. Then his second musical that he wrote words and music to was called Anyone Can Whistle from 1964. It was not a big hit. It was a strange musical that he created with Arthur Lawrence. First of all, it was a three-act musical, and probably the last time that's been done because the form is now two acts, obviously. I mean, who wants to, I mean, three act, it's such an old fashioned idea. It's when people used to drink and smoke and, they didn't have things to go to. So the show, they would just hang out and see a show. But anyway, I digress. These are, even though the show wasn't a hit, it starred Angela Lansbury and Harry Gardino and Lee Remick, and there's some gorgeous music to it. If you're watching this, I'm not having to educate you on any of this, but I'm going to sing two songs back to back from this great score. The first song is a song that I was thrilled to sing on June 10th, 1992. There was a great concert at Carnegie Hall. It was called Sondheim, A Celebration at Carnegie Hall. And if you go online, you can find a great number that I did with Liza Minnelli called Back in Business. And she dances on top of the piano, and there's 8 chorus girls, and it's a big free for all. But they let me do a solo number in the show. And this is the song that I got to do. And then I'm going to blend it into another gorgeous song from that score, both from Anyone Can Whistle. Anyone can whistle, that's what they say, easy. Anyone can whistle any old day, easy. It's all so simple. Relax, let go, let fly. So someone tell me why can't I can dance a tango, I can read Greek, easy. I can slay a dragon any old week, easy. What's hard is simple. What's natural comes hard. Maybe if you show me how to let go, lower my guard, learn to be free. Maybe if you whistle for me. With so little to be sure of, if there's anything at all, if there's anything at all, I'm sure of here and now. together. All I'll ever be, I owe you. If there's anything to be, being sure enough of you makes me sure enough of me. Thanks for everything we did, everything that's past, everything that's over too fast. None of it was wasted, all of it will last. Everything that's here and now, and us together. It was marvelous to know you, and it isn't really through. Crazy business, this life we live in. Can't complain about the time we're given, with so little to be sure of in this world. We had a moment, a marvelous moment. I need you more than I can say. I need you more than just today. I guess I need you more than you need me. And yet I'm happy. It was marvelous to know you, and it isn't really through. Crazy business, this life we live in. I can't complain about the time we're given, with so little to be sure of in this world. Hold me, hold me. Two from Anyone Can Whistle, 1964. Um, just a great score, very interesting score. I've never seen a production of it before. There's a full album of it that was recorded well, it was released last year. I think it was recorded a few years ago, but it's got all the parts of it. And so it's kind of interesting to listen to what that show was about. But it was highly satirical. And Stephen Sondheim even said, we were kind of being smartasses when we wrote it. And I think the audience there was a backlash because they felt like, who are these kids writing this super smart musical that, who are they? So it was probably very ahead of its time. So you're going to show me something, Doug. Hey. Oh, that's so good. Oh my God, we've got 120 people. Oh my God, that's fantastic. I should have stayed away longer. I know. Max Von Essen is watching. Max, I love you, Max, so much. Julie Halston, delightful. Julie Lynn, I miss you. I haven't seen you in a long time. We're going to remedy that soon. Jackie Joseph Lawrence is watching from Hollywood. Jackie and David, I love you guys. It's like old times, right? Oh my God! Here's a name from really my past. Bruce Perry. Now, Bruce, we used to hang around a lot. Remember back at the Metropolitan Room when that first opened and Marilyn was working there, and you were in New York. Well, you lived here, and I think you moved and you know come back. All is forgiven. Anyway, I'm so happy you guys are watching. It's just wonderful. I should have, yeah, it's really cool. I'm glad I stayed away. Now I got everybody back again. Anyway, it's kind of fun to do this. There was a good reason to stop because there was so much going on. People are going out all the time. Life really kind of got sort of back to normal. And then, of course, this new variant. I don't want to dwell on COVID, but this new thing. Lost my voice. No, but it's like all of a sudden in January it was like we're all scared again. So it felt right to sing to you from the safety of my apartment into your home. So I love you all, my friends. It's great. So I'm going to move into Alan and Marilyn Bergman land. This is a song that was written. Actually, I have to full disclosure. This lyric is I was surprised because I wanted to sing it so bad, and then when I looked at the music, the lyric was written by Alan Bergman and Lou Spence wrote the music. Marilyn Bergman did not write this lyric, so I don't know why I'm doing it, but I love the song. What I do know is that Lou Spence was a wonderful composer, and I believe he was the man that introduced Alan Bergman to Marilyn Keith in 1957 and was the man that was responsible for them getting together and becoming such a force in the music writing team. So this is a song that's often attributed to Alan and Marilyn Bergman, and I'm just going to say that she probably had a hand in it. Anyway, I'm sure there were rewrites. One time she came on, I'm sure she probably rewrote a lot of it. So this is called That Face from 1957. That face, that face, that wonderful face. It shines, it glows all over the place. And how I love to watch it change expressions. Each look becomes the prize of my possessions. I love that face, that face. It just isn't fair. You must forgive the way that I stare. But never will these eyes behold a sight that could replace that face, that face, that face, that face. I see that face, that face, wherever I go. It's here, it's there, bewitching me so. It's got my crazy heart in such a tangle. It drives me simply wild from any angle. I love those eyes, those lips, that fabulous smile. You laugh, ha ha ha, and spring goes right out of style. And oh, the thrill I feel each time my fingers gently trace that face, that face, that face. So, what a face, that face. It lights up a room. It intoxicates just like heady perfume. No painter or photographer could catch it. No rainbow or no sunset ever match it. Beneath the moon, the stars are under the sun, asleep, awake, it's second to none. What view completes my universe, transcending time and space? That face, that face, that face, that face, that face, that face. I was thinking of all your faces when I was singing that, and it was making me really, really happy. That song, well, they wrote great, great, fun lyrics like that. But, I have to say that what they're best known for are writing wonderful lyrics about love, finding love, falling in love, falling deeply in love, and then falling out of love and the heartbreak of falling out of love. I mean, I can't think of lyricists that actually were any better at articulating all of those great emotions and facets of all those feelings that we've all gone through. But they really had the words. This song was written in 1988, and I loved it from the first time I heard it. The first time I heard it was Michael Feinstein. He was the first person to sing it. And it's like, oh, what a great song. It's since been recorded by Tony and by Shirley Horn, did a great recording of it. The music is by Johnny Mandel, who was just a brilliant, brilliant composer and orchestrator, who sadly we lost him a little over a year ago as well. But boy, the legacy that these people have left behind. And this is a sad one, but it really does show you and illustrate quite well how Alan and Marilyn were able to really articulate so beautifully some of those sad emotions that we've gone through. This is called Where Do You Start? Where do you start? How do you separate the present from the past? How do you deal with all the things you thought would last that didn't last? With bits of memories scattered here and there, I look around and don't know where to start. Which books are yours? Which tapes and dreams belong to you? And which are mine? Our lives are tangled like the branches on a vine that intertwine. So many habits that we'll have to break, and memories we'll have to take apart. One day there'll be a song or something in the air again to catch me by surprise, and you'll be there again. A moment in what might have been. Where do you start? Do you allow yourself a little time to cry? Or do you close your eyes and kiss it all goodbye? I guess you try. And though I don't know where and don't know when I'll find myself in love again, I promise there will always be a little place no one will see. A tiny part within my heart that stays in love with you. That's so sad. Where do you start? Johnny Mandel and Alan and Marilyn Bergman. I do love that song. Oh, I haven't even mentioned. Okay, so this is house cleaning, housekeeping, not house cleaning, housekeeping. If you're enjoying the show, we're back to this. If you're enjoying the show and you're able to send a gratuity, we do this for free and we love doing it. But it's always great to get a little Venmo and PayPal love. And so there are two ways you can do that on Venmo, on PayPal. Venmo is I can't even remember. It's B dash Stritch at B dash at Billy dash Stritch, and PayPal is bstritch at yahoo.com. My email address. Yeah, it's always on the screen right now. So please dig deep and send what you can, because it's a cold winter, and I've got to buy coal for the furnace. Oh, good. Thank you, Bill. Bill, you're looking out for me. You're putting it in the comments. Okay. Yes, absolutely. Follow Bill's lead, everybody. Send whatever you can. We appreciate it. I'll drink to that. It's great. Mm. Oh, Marty Millett is watching. Hello, Marty. I'll drink to that. Marty Millett, one of my favorite buddies. Uh, Martha Crawford is not chopped liver. Oh, what am I? Oh, yeah. No, Martha. Yeah, I've never thought you were chopped liver. Martha Crawford is in California. She's a wonderful singer that I met during the St. Louis Cabaret Conference. And you have to come back to New York now. We haven't. We're open for business, so please come back and see us. My friend Dana Steele. Oh, well, I've probably known her longer than anybody because Dana and I went to high school together back in what was that? The '90s, Dana? Yeah, yeah, right. Dana and her husband Charlie live in Palm Springs and Houston, but Dana is a fantastic writer and a playwright, and now acting again. You're going to be. Well, she just did a run of a show that she wrote about her. It's a memoir. She wrote about her mother, and her mother went through. It's not a happy story. Her mother went through Alzheimer's, but Dana wrote this very wonderful book that is tempered with so much humor and grace, and she converted it into a one woman, two-person show. Actually, did a successful run in Houston, and the next step is to come to New York, Dana. You got to do the show here. And my friend Eddie Gentile is watching from Brooklyn, I think. From Brooklyn, yes, watching. Okay, great. Another great musician. Um, Fantastic. Okay, so that's Alan and Marilyn Bergman. I'm going to do another. I'm trying to seamlessly make these things go together. Here's another Alan and Marilyn Bergman song that they wrote with Lou Spence in 1960. Now, by this point, they were married, or maybe not. I've seen different sheet music. Some says Alan Bergman and Marilyn Keith, and later it says Alan and Marilyn Bergman. Anyway, 1960. But this is a song that was recorded along with so many great songs by my dear friend Beegie Adair. And I told you about her earlier, but I'm going to tell you a little more. When we discovered her on Music Choice, we immediately looked her up and come to find out that she has so much music out there. Her dear friend, who's a wonderful singer, but also kind of managed her and took care of BG in later years, Monica Ramey, they really, saw to it that BG stayed in the studio and recorded two or three or four albums every year. And it's all fantastic. Some solo, some with a trio, different configurations. But there's no one who plays better cocktail, jazz, sophisticated, what I think of as real New York piano. And this is a song that she recorded. I mean, thousands of recordings. It's hard to pick some, but this is a song that she recorded, written by the Bergmans and Lou Spence. Let's take it nice and easy. It's gonna be so easy for us to fall in love. what's your hurry? Relax, now don't you worry. We're gonna fall in love. We're on the road to romance, that's safe to say, but let's make all the stops along the way. The problem now, of course, is to simply hold your horses. To rush would be a crime, 'cause nice and easy does it every time. Sit back and let it happen. No need to race. I think it's all just falling into place. So let's start getting cozy. The future's looking rosy. Those bells are bound to chime. 'Cause nice and easy does it. Nice and easy does it. Nice and easy does it every time. Nice and easy does it. Nice and easy does it. Nice and easy does it every time. Nice and easy does it. Alan and Marilyn Bergman and Lou Spence. Uh, This is the song I'm going to play for you now, the one that, a version of the one that Doug and I first heard a few Christmases back. We were decorating the tree, as he said. I feel like this has got to have been 12, 13, 14, 15, 80 years ago, something like that, a while ago. And we're listening to music, and this comes on. And I remember mentioning it to Beegie once I met her. She came to do an engagement at Birdland, and I was just so thrilled to finally get to meet her. And she would come every year and do an engagement at Birdland, and then she did several at Carnegie Hall as well. And I was just so delighted to get to know her and Monica Ramey. But this is a song. It was Christmas time, so you have to imagine that. So it starts off with the Christmas song, but then it goes into one of my favorite Disney songs. So this is I tried to replicate this arrangement that we heard, but as I said, you can find all of this music online, stream it, buy it, whatever. It's all out there. When you wish upon a star, your dream comes true. From 1940, from Pinocchio, written by Lee Harlane and Ned Washington, immortal song. And I encourage you to listen to Bee Gees' recording of it because it is just spellbinding and so beautiful. But that's kind of the way she did it, and she just heaven to listen to her play. If you're just tuning in, this is Billy's Place, episode 65. We're back after 2 months off for a little pop up show tonight. And if you're able to tip, send in some gratuity. If you are enjoying the show and you're able to share, please do that at PayPal or Venmo. And the addresses are on the screen right now. Who else is watching
Well,
tonight?
first of all, there's an internet connectivity issue tonight.
Oh,
So
there is?
some people are getting freezing and they have to reload their page.
Oh, okay.
And during that beautiful song in the middle of it, we got knocked offline.
We did. We got knocked offline.
Back on instantly, and our audience is with us, but it's an internet issue that's happening.
Okay, okay. So Doug is saying we're having an internet issue. We got knocked offline. We're getting freezing. We know about it. We're not saying it's we're not saying it's anyone's fault. It just happens, right? It just happens.
It's the weather or something. But
Yeah, it's the weather.
it
It's like effing freezing out there. So I mean, who knows what it's about? But we're back on.
We're back on.
So that's good. It's not perfect, but anyway, I'm glad you're stuck with us because it happens. I'm glad the system is working. Oh, that's good. We've got the Western Mass crew tonight watching. That's good. Who is that crew? Jane Schechter is watching. Absolutely. That's Western Mass. Fantastic singer and good friend. Don and Betsy are watching. That's Western Mass. Absolutely. Janice, Christine, and Carol Ann.
Carol Ann's Eastern Mass.
Oh, she's Eastern Mass. Okay, they're Eastern Mass. Yes, Kathy and David are watching. Donna and Jim, that's Doug's sister and brother-in-law, Donna and Jim, and Donna's what's your name again? Oh, Doug. Yeah, Doug. I'm sorry, Doug's brother, Doug's sister Donna. Is that what I said? Is watching, and Doug's brother Danny is watching, and it's his birthday today. Tomorrow. Happy birthday, Danny. Tomorrow. I'll always be older than you, but you'll always be older than Doug. Is that the way that works?
Well, you're the same age as him for the next 2 weeks.
That's right. That's right. Yes, he turned 59. I'm 59 until February 12th. Oh, that's a good time to mention that. February 12th is my birthday. I'm going to be 60. Okay, never thought it would happen, but what are you going to do about it? And I am doing a series of shows at the wonderful Birdland Theater coming up week after next in honor of that. So it is Thursday, February 10th, Friday, February 11th, and my actual birthday, Saturday, February 12th at the Birdland Theater. Do we have that up there now? Oh, it's good. Yeah, it's a rather big birthday. I've got Tom Hubbard on bass. I've got Eric Halverson on drums, and I'm going to have guest stars every night. I've already lined up Gabrielle Stravelli and Max von Essen and Clea Blackhurst and Marilyn May and Jim Caruso. So it's going to be a party every single night. So I want everyone to go on to birdlandjazz.com, make a reservation, come see my birthday show. It's going to be so much fun. I got to figure out what I'm going to do. I'm taking requests. I'm taking ideas. So anyway, I hope that people will come to that. What else do I have to promote now? I guess that's it for now. I'm going to talk about. Oh well, I'm going to talk about the album now because my buddy Jim Caruso, who we do Cast Party every week for the last 18 years at Birdland, and who has been my bestie for almost 40 years. Um, we worked at Bemelman's Bar together on Sunday nights. We've worked as a duo, actually a trio, with our friend Steve Doyle on bass for a long time now. Back in 2019, when the Birdland Theater was just opening, we did a series of Sunday night shows there, and we called it the Sunday Set. Okay, cool. So we recorded them. Jim thought to record them, and our friend Rob Polanco, who runs the sound, he gave it to Jim on these little USB, zip drives. And Jim, took them, put them in a drawer. And then cut to the pandemic. And Jim said, it's just going through stuff, listening, what's this, what's that, listening to stuff. And he listened to those shows and he said, this isn't half bad. Played them for me. I agreed. I thought they were actually pretty good. And our friends at Club 44 agreed to produce a live album, which is called The Sunday Set. Now, if you follow both of us on Facebook, you've heard a lot about it already because it came out last Friday. But it is so much fun. We've been doing so many interviews on it. We did a listening party last Tuesday night on YouTube. We're just having the best time promoting this album, and it's got a lot of good songs on it. And it is. There's a picture of it on the screen right now. It's really a lot of fun. And if you'd like to get a copy of it, signed or unsigned, but you can go to my website, billystritch.com, and get your red hot copies of the Sunday set. And also, you can get copies of my album, Billy's Place. It's been out a while, but I'm looking at that closet. There's still a box of them in there, and I'd be happy to send that out as well. So, but be sure and order your copies of the Sunday set because that's a real fun album, I got to say. All right, I'm still going to touch on Beegie Adair for a little bit and do a couple of songs. Crosses over into my first love in a Great American Songbook. When I was probably 10 years old, I was first made aware of the music of George and Ira Gershwin. And Max von Essen has the same kind of story. We both, that was like our first love, was the Gershwins. My grandmother gave me a Gershwin songbook when I was 11, and I got to learn, I've learned all these songs. Well, BG, of course, does a whole album of Gershwin, maybe more than one. She had such great taste. Anyway, the first song I'm going to sing, I'm going to I put two together. The first one is one that I sang on a very early episode of Billy's Place, and when I did BG's web series called Happy Hour, we played the clip from that, and I know she liked it. And then I'm going to go into another song that is on the Sunday Set album. So the first one is called A Foggy Day. And the second one is called Isn't It a Pity? And Isn't It a Pity is on Sunday Set. So, you can hear it over and over again. Also, if you don't, have a CD player, you can download it. It's on all the streaming sites. Let me start that over. It's meant to sound like Big Ben. I was a stranger in the city, out of town were the people I knew. I had that feeling of self-pity. What to do, what to do, what to do. The outlook was decidedly blue. But as I walked through the foggy streets alone, it turned out to be the luckiest day I've known. A foggy day in London town had me low, had me down. I view the morning with alarm. The British Museum had lost its charm. How long, I wondered, could this thing last? But the age of miracles hadn't passed, for suddenly I saw you there, and through foggy London town the sun was shining everywhere. Why did I wander here and there and yonder, wasting precious time for no reason or rhyme? Isn't it a pity? Isn't it a crime? My journey's ended, everything is splendid. Meeting you today has given me a wonderful idea. Here I'll stay. It's a funny thing, I look at you, I get a thrill I never knew. Isn't it a pity we never met before. Here we are at last, it's like a dream, the two of us, a perfect team. And it's such a pity we never met before. Imagine all the lonely years we've wasted. You with the neighbors, I at silly labors. What joys untasted. You reading Heine, me somewhere in China. Happiest of men, I'm sure to be. If only you will say to me, it's an awful pity we never met before. Imagine all the lonely years we've wasted fishing for salmon, losing at backgammon. What joys untasted. My nights were sour, spent with Schopenhauer. Let's forget the past. Let's both agree that I'm for you and you're for me. And it's such a pity we never met before. We never met before. Two by George and Ira Gershwin. Foggy Day is from 1937, a show called A Damsel in Distress, and sung by Fred Astaire, a film actually. And the second one is from 1933. It's a musical called Pardon My English. It was not a hit musical, but that song came out of it, which is a very nice thing. Um, Here's another song that I got a request from my really good friend Ms. Blue, Audra. Audra was we were talking online the other day, and she's just been such a great supporter, as so many of you watching Billy's Place all throughout. And so I told her the other day I was doing this show, and I asked her if she had a request, and she did, and it was a very good one. And it's actually another one that Beegie Adair plays. It's a great Duke Ellington song. I believe Beegie must have done an album of Duke Ellington stuff. But Audra, this is for you. I hope you're feeling better. She got a little case of, the stuff that's going around. Um, it's kind of flying around, but hopefully it's mild for everybody. So I hope that you're feeling better tonight. And I want to sing this song for you. This song is written by Duke Ellington, and it was originally instrumental. It was called, you didn't know this, it was called Never No Lament, 1940. They played it as an instrumental. And then Bob Russell came along in 1942 and wrote lyrics to it. I'll drink to that. Missed the Saturday dance. Heard they crowded the floor. I couldn't bear it without you. Don't get around much anymore. Thought I'd visit the club. Got as far as the door. They'd have asked me all about you. Don't get around much anymore. Darling, I guess my mind's more at ease. memories. Been invited on dates. Might have gone, but what for? Softly different without you. Don't get around much anymore. Well, darling, I guess my mind's more at ease. But nevertheless, oh, I stir up memories. Been invited on dates. Might have gone, but what for? Hardly different without you. That's for you, Miss Blue. Don't get around much anymore. Oh, I love that song. I love Duke Ellington. I did a whole show of that on Billy's Place last year. Maybe it's time to revisit some of that material as well. I'm going to sing another ballad for you now. This is from the Billy's Place album, and it was written by Alan and Marilyn Bergman and Dave Grusin. And it's really one of my favorite songs. It's from the film Tootsie, and I love this lyric. I love their lyrics. Well, I can't say enough about it. Time, I've been passing time watching trains go by. All of my life, lying on the sand watching seabirds fly, wishing there would be someone waiting home for me. Something's telling me it might be you, telling me it might be you. All of my life, looking back as lovers go walking past. All of my life, wondering how they met and what makes it last. If I found the face, would I recognize the place? Something's telling me it might be you, telling me it might be you. So many quiet walks to take, so many hearts to make, and we've so much love to make. I think we're gonna need some time. Maybe all we need is time. And it's telling me it might be you all of my life. I've been saving love songs and lullabies, and there's so much more no one's ever heard before. And it's telling me it might be you, telling me it must be you. And I'm feeling it'll just be you all of my life. Maybe it's you I've been searching for all of my life. Maybe it's you, it's you I've been searching for all of my life. Another great song by Alan and Marilyn Bergman and Dave Grusin. It might be you. What time is it? Oh, I think maybe it's time to wrap things up. Have you had a good time?
Yes.
Yes, you had a good time.
Were you ever famous?
I know. Were you? That's right. It's that great line. It's like, oh, Dorothy in Tootsie when the old soap opera actor says, "Oh, Dorothy, I mean, I'm just an old has been," and she goes, "Well, but were you ever famous?" I love that line.
No. Well, then how can you be a has-been?
How can you be a has been if you were never famous? Right. So, Doug, do you want to tell the story of when we
Oh, yes.
met?
Should I come over?
Yeah, Doug's going to come over and tell this story because it is a fun story that involves Stephen Sondheim. I'm going to close with the Sondheim song, but here's a funny story. So, come sit next to me.
All right.
Or come,
Which
yeah,
way? Here? This
come
side
sit,
or that side?
come sit over here where they can see you. Yeah, and put the mic in your face. So,
In my face.
Yeah.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
all right, so that's Doug.
Hi, everybody. We're so happy to have you back at Billy's place tonight. We have the best audience tonight.
Yeah.
So we've been so lucky. I've been so lucky since I've known Billy to end up in these places where I end up saying, "How did I get here?"
Yeah.
And one of these times was a lovely birthday party for Judy Prince. She's the wife of the legendary theater director Hal Prince,
Yes.
and they had us up to Greenwich, Connecticut some years back, and Billy and I ended up sitting at a little round table having hot dogs, sitting between Lauren Bacall and Stephen Sondheim.
And who else is it? Linda?
Well,
Linda
well,
and
they weren't
Steve?
there yet. Well,
Oh,
they
they were-
at the
Bella?
so we're sitting between Stephen Sondheim. So we're like this, sitting next to each other. Stephen Sondheim's over here. Lauren Bacall's on the other side of Billy, and they're talking to each other, and it's going like this. So Betty, because everybody calls Lauren Bacall Betty. Betty, he says, did Howard Hawks know you were half Jewish? Oh God, no! He was a terrible anti-Semite. I was terrified he'd find out. It's all in my book, Steve. Did you read my book? Well, no, but then he goes on and he asks her another question. Now, when Bogie was making the African Queen, did you? Well, it's all in my book, Steve. Read my book. And then he continues with one more question. She goes, "Read the fucking book, Steve."
Great. Just
And then
perfect.
Linda Laving comes over and sits down, and she's got her hot dog, and she has relish on her hot dog. And Lauren Bacall goes, "Relish? They've got relish? I like relish."
I like relish.
And Billy says, "Would you like me to get some relish?" "Yes, please."
I mean, can you imagine having hot dogs with Lauren Bacall
And Stephen Sondheim.
and Stephen Sondheim? Well,
Yeah.
that I can, but Lauren Bacall,
Lauren
there's something
Bacall.
weird about that.
Well, she loved the hot dogs. Our friend Meredith Moore was her personal assistant,
Right.
and of course, Betty Lauren Bacall lived at the
Dakota.
the Dakota building on 72nd Street. And Meredith told us oftentimes they'd be on their way home at night, and Lauren Bacall wanted to stop at the
Grace Papaya.
and
Oh, at 72nd and Broadway, yeah.
Lauren would say, "Meredith, go in and get 2 hot dogs." "Oh, thanks. I was hungry too." "No, what do you get 3 then?"
Yeah, right. Hello. It's like a Bullets Over Broadway. It's like a martini, 2 martinis, 2 vodka martinis. How did you know what I like? Oh, you want one too? Make it 3. Okay, so
Good night,
yeah,
everybody.
Good night, Doug. Who doesn't love? Well, you went in front of the camera. That was weird. Okay, that was good. Well, you could have gone behind the camera. No, it's
but I wanted more time on camera.
go one more time on camera. Well, you got it. Yes, I mean, who doesn't? Which proves who doesn't love a hot dog. A hot dog is just one of the great levelers of all time. You can be a king, you can be a peasant, you can be Lauren Bacall, you can be Stephen Sondheim. Who doesn't love a hot dog? And read the fucking book, Steve. That's what I'll have to say. That was the punchline to that. Anyway, I hope I didn't offend. I hope we didn't offend anybody with the F word tonight. Nah. It is freezing cold in New York. Actually, I thought I was going to be warm tonight. Not warm. If you're here, you know what I'm talking about. Happy winter, everybody. I want to put the thing up for my Birdland show one more time. Yeah, it's a new picture that my friend Chris Bodowins took this new picture, and I like it a lot. And it's my Big Birdland Birthday Bash, February 10th through 12th. So go to birdlandjazz.com, get your tickets for that. Did we show the picture of me and Steve?
I just put that up.
Oh yeah, me and Steve with Barbara Cook. That was at Judy and Hal Prince's Christmas party one year. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, after Steve died, there was this great Instagram page that went up called Sondheim Letters, and it's still there. You check it out if you're on Instagram. It's like people who have got letters, and he was great. He was so conscientious about writing people back all the time, and they're fantastic, varying lengths. Some are funny, some are very perfunctory. But I sent him a copy of my album Waters of March, a Brazilian album, in '97 when it came out, and he sent me uh, the shortest letter that I've ever gotten. What does it say? Thanks a million. It's terrific. Love Steve. But to my credit, he signed it Steve, not Stephen Sondheim. Most of the letters are very formal because I knew him from parties and different events. He just signed Steve. So, I take that as a point of pride. Anyway, the other thing that I wanted to, I felt like there was one more thing, but probably not. Okay. Anyway, come see my show. Come. Um, we'll be back at Billy's place in a few weeks, probably. And I'm going to close with a song that. Oh, Doug and oh, this is it. Doug and I went to see Company last Saturday night. We had wanted to see it, and everybody said, "Oh, this is the time to go see shows because you can get great tickets." We went to a lovely dinner. We walked down to TKTS like 45 minutes before the show. We got third row tickets. Fantastic. We had the best time. First of all, it's a fantastic production. And anytime you get a chance to see a first class production of a Stephen Sondheim show on Broadway, grab it. We had a great time. So, did you show the picture of us? That's like with our masks and everything. And so, I wanted to end this show tonight with a song from that score. And one more time, if you're able to tip, please feel free to do so on PayPal or Venmo. If you don't use those apps, you can write me on Facebook Messenger. Oh, and also Instagram. We were talking about Instagram. Please follow me on Instagram. That's like my new favorite thing. Instagram. It's just Billy Stritch on Instagram, and I post everything that I do there as well as Facebook. But I welcome lots of followers there. It's a lot of fun, Instagram, I think. So anyway, I know my friend Julie Halston is watching. Uh, Julie, I'm going to dedicate this to you. This was her late beloved husband, Ralph Howard's one of his favorite songs. And Julie did me the incredible honor of letting me sing this song at Ralph's memorial a few years ago. And so I can't sing the song without thinking of you. And I know that you're watching, not to be sad, but I always think of Ralph and how much we loved him. So I'm going to close with a great song from the musical company. Thank you guys so much for watching tonight. I've had a great time. I hope you've had too. Someone to hold you too close. Someone to hurt you too deep. Someone to sit in your chair to ruin your sleep and make you aware. Someone you need you too much. Someone to know you too well. Someone to pull you up short and put you through hell and give you support for being alive. Someone you have to let in. Someone whose feelings you spare. Someone who, like it or not, will want you to share a little, a lot, is being alive. someone to crowd you with love, someone to force you to care, someone to make you come through, who'll always be there, as frightened as you of being alive, being alive, being alive. Somebody hold me too close. Somebody hurt me too deep. Somebody sit in my chair and ruin my sleep. Make me aware of being alive, being alive. Somebody need me too much. Somebody know me too well. Somebody pull me up short and put me through hell and give me support for being alive, being alive. Make me alive, make me confused, mock me with praise, let me be used, vary my days, but alone is alone, not alive. Somebody crowd me with love. Somebody force me to care. Somebody make me come through. I'll always be there, as frightened as you, to help us survive. Being alive.